Dialogue role shifting is an integral part of ASL. It serves to signal when a speaker changes from first person narrative to a third person or past tense narrative in order to convey the contents of a previous conversation. In English, we use the phrase he said, she said, or they said to signal this change in the speaker's perspective. In ASL, dialogue role shifting serves the same function. Once the people are set up in the signing space, the phrase he said, she said is no longer necessary. The body shift will suffice to indicate who is speaking or signing. When you are speaking directly to someone in sign, you are the narrator. You sign as yourself, making eye contact with the person you are addressing. A shift in gaze and body posture signals that now you are telling the person about a conversation that happened at an earlier time or between other people. Shifting back and forth functions the same as he said, she said in English. If you were part of the conversation, then begin by signing I told them while you shift your body and gaze to the right or left. Next, sign they said while shifting your body to the opposite side. For the rest of the dialogue, you do not need to sign I told them or they told me or he said, she said. The body shift will indicate who is signing to whom. Start a dialogue between two other people by setting them up on either side of your signing space. For example, Kim, there, to the left. John, there, to the right. Next, use your index finger to indicate directionally whether she told him or he told her. Then switch to the other side to respond. There is no need to say he said, she said. You've already set them up, and the role shift indicates the same thing. Which side should you begin with? Your setup is a function of context and preference. If you've already placed the people you are referencing, then proceed with the same configuration, regardless of who spoke first. If there is a literal spatial context, then adhere to it. For example, if Kim is on the right, place her there. But if there is no obvious reason for placement, then use the setup that makes sense to you. The most important thing is consistency. Once you've set up your directional gaze and the directional gaze of the other, do not flip, shift, or switch their positions. The placement of objects, people, and concepts in the signing space is fixed. How far should you turn? Ideally, you want to shift to about a 45-degree angle. A 90-degree shift is too far. You should not give the other person your profile, and you shouldn't have to move your feet. However, a 10-degree shift may be too slight. You want to make a distinction between looking straight ahead, speaking in the present tense as yourself, and shifting into a dialogue between other people. Acting skills are an essential part of ASL. During your dialogue role shift, strive to embody each speaker as if you were them. Non-manual markers are used to mimic or imitate a person's facial expression, body language, tone, and emotional state. Now, let's practice. In each of the following dialogues, determine which way speaker A and speaker B will be facing. Then remain consistent throughout, shifting back and forth comfortably. Your coat, it's so different. It's beautiful. Yes, thank you. My grandfather gave it to me. Really, he gave it to you. Why? Well, grandfather ate a lot and grew bigger, and the coat just couldn't fit him anymore. Saturday, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going shopping. What for? Shirts for work. Button down shirts with long sleeves and a pointed collar. That's what I need. Let's practice expanding on this dialogue, adding a few more role shifts. Here we go. Saturday, what are you doing? Going shopping. What for? Shirts. For work. Button down shirts with long sleeves and a pointed collar. I need to have those. Wow. How many of these new shirts do you need to buy? I don't know, 4 or 5, something like that. Wow, poor you. My glasses are gone. I've searched. I can't find them. What do they look like? They're sunglasses, and they're small, with square-shaped frames, and they're red. Sorry, no, nothing like that here. Hi, how can I help you? My vest. It's lost. I can't find it. What does it look like? It's green, very puffy, snaps down the front. No, sorry, nothing like that. Let's expand on Dialogue 4 and keep going. Hi, how can I help you? My vest, it's lost. I can't find it. What does it look like? It's green, very puffy, snaps down the front. Oh yeah, I think I have it. It's dark green with a hood that has fur lining all around the front. No. No, mine doesn't have a hood. And the color of green is light, a yellow and green mixture. No, sorry, we don't have that. When you are finished describing the dialogue, return your gaze to the person directly in front of you. This return to the default signing position signals that you are once again in first-person narrative, speaking as yourself. Dialogue role shifting just takes some practice, and that is what I encourage you to do. Replay the practice dialogues and follow along with me, or create some of your own.